Ivanka Trump looked every bit the elegant businesswoman as she stepped out of her Washington, D.C. home on Tuesday morning ahead of her flight to Wisconsin. The 35-year-old first daughter is traveling to Wisconsin with her father, President Donald Trump, to tour Waukesha County Technical College, where they'll be promoting the administration's new plan for expanding apprenticeships. For her trip, Ivanka donned cream sleeveless shirt, which she tucked into a pair of loose-fitting black trousers that tied at the waist. After an early morning visit from her glam squad, Ivanka left the front door of her home wearing natural-looking makeup and a perfect coif. The mom of three wore her long blonde hair pulled half up and in loose waves around her shoulders, and she carried a $295 from her eponymous collection. Before she left her house, her husband Jared Kushner, 36, was photographed on his way to work. The senior advisor looked dapper in a slate gray suit and navy tie, and he flashed a smile before leaving for the day. The president and first daughter will be joining Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta and Governor Scott Walker for the tour, and after their visit, Trump will headline a political fundraiser for Walker, who is up for re-election next year. The tour of the Technical College is just one event in what has been called Workforce Development Week, and Ivanka is taking a leading role in the White House initiative to expand apprenticeships across the country to fill unmet labor needs. Ivanka, who is an unpaid presidential advisor, told ABC News, "We're very excited about where we are. We'll be launching a series of initiatives, call on Congress to pass various reforms expanding apprenticeships, and raise awareness about the fact that there are important and very viable and respectable career paths outside of a traditional four-year college experience that should be considered and should be invested in." Trump is also slated to make a speech about the steps the administration will take to encourage workforce development at the Department of Labor on Wednesday, while Ivanka will lead a roundtable discussion with about 15 CEOs. Ivanka kicked off the week with a rare television interview, sitting down with the hosts of Fox and Friends to rave about the work her father's administration is doing, dismiss his detractors, and bemoan her new job working in the swamp. For her appearance, Ivanka wore the same exact look she busted out back in July at the Republican National Convention, pairing a $3,000 Alexander McQueen box pleat sheath with $900 white agate drop earrings with diamond from her namesake jewelry collection. However, she changed things up a bit by wearing a pair of her $120 Ivanka Trump suede heels in nude and a $2,200 mother-of-pearl ring with diamonds from her now-defunct high-end jewelry line. Ivanka also carried a $275 Soho tote in white from her handbag collection as she left her New York City apartment on Monday morning ahead of her interview. New York City is in the midst of a heat wave, but after her interview, she traded her weather-appropriate sleeveless dress for a more buttoned-up look. Although the weather reached nearly 95 degrees, Ivanka donned a long-sleeve colored dress that was buttoned up to her neck and billowed past her knees as she headed to the airport for her flight back to Washington, D.C. The mother of three left her long blonde hair down around her shoulders, and she paired her look with black pumps and sunglasses. Despite the extremely warm temperatures, Ivanka looked relaxed as she rolled her purple suitcase past her doorman. While her luggage was being placed in the silver SUV that was waiting at the curb for her, Ivanka smiled and waved to the photographers waiting outside the door of her Park Avenue apartment. After hopping in the SUV, Ivanka rested her elbow on the window as she waited for her driver to make his way through the traffic.